Hello, this is Samsai again, and welcome back to The Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind. It's honestly once again been ages since I last played, but hey, I basically say that every time, I might as well make that my intro. Anyway, for those interested, the version string has once again changed. Welcome to 0.41. But yes, what we're going to do is we're going to just continue from where we left off. So we were on a quest to basically get a bunch of money. We need to pay that one guy's guild dues, and that means we basically options, quests, and it is this man-waste dues. So basically, I need to get a bunch of gold. And I don't actually remember exactly how much that was. Yeah, 2000 septims, so yeah, it's pretty bad. So basically we're in the middle of freaking nowhere, and we're looking for all kinds of dungeons and such to just figure out, just basically to complete that quest, because we need 2000 septims, and currently we're at 1137. We do have a couple of artifacts that I might be able to sell, but all of this stuff is more or less junk. There are a couple of, for example, the soul trap spells, or scrolls rather. I can sell those for a fairly decent price, but yeah, it's not exactly great. There's moon sugar that I can sell. It's very light, and I can easily sell it to my friend in the Balmora Mages Guild. But yeah, basically we're just going to continue with this. We're going to head north because we came from Seydanin, and we sort of went north, so we're going to go sort of here. There's the Orai Plateau, and after we are sort of done here, once we have sort of explored these areas, what we're going to do is we're going to just head back to Balmora. We might also at some point go and check out the other mages guilds, because there are guilds in basically all of the big cities. For example, in Vivek there is one, and then there are also mages guilds around here. I think there is I don't remember the settlement's name, but there is definitely a mages guild there, and I believe that place had some quests. And I'm not sure if we can do those at the moment. We kind of need to actually do the basic ones in Balmora, sort of get our rank up, and then we can start doing those other quests. But yes, that's basically how things are going to go. And I have this nice Nordic broadsword, I think. Yes, I do. Well, also talking about the Nordic stuff, we're going to go here at some point, because there are some very, very nice artifacts in there. I'm a little bit worried about that place at the moment, because it requires you to be somewhat more higher level than I am currently. Like a level 4 spell sword isn't exactly the greatest thing ever. There are some nasty creatures up there, and I definitely want to prepare before I start going on basically suicide missions. Well, I guess it's not really a suicide mission if I prepare and actually make it alive, but you know what I mean. Anyway, where am I actually going now? This is basically just the way north. There is actually a signpost here, so we might as well check what we actually have around here. Perhaps we will find some other settlements and stuff. So that's Seydanin, Aldrun, Narmak, and Hlawad. This way. There is a bridge though, and I haven't explored this area, so we might actually have some dungeons around here, and if we do, that means we might have artifacts, and artifacts mean money. And money means actually getting further in the ranks of Mages Guild. So all in all, a very good investment, I would say. And since I mentioned the version string of OpenMW, I might as well talk a little bit about, because we're basically just walking around. I might as well, like, there's an old, either I cut this or I just talk about random stuff. Usually I end up cutting this because I don't have much to talk about. But like I've mentioned, OpenMW is sort of starting to approach... Oh, we actually have combat here. Just let me quickly destroy this thing. I'm sort of running around, so that means my fatigue is quite low, so it means I don't hit that often. Hopefully you didn't give me... I don't think that gave me anything. Yeah, and I'm just going to... You don't even have anything, I'm just going to dispose of the corpse to save the frames. I don't think it matters too much, but I kind of feel like I need to do some garbage collection because I feel like I'm a computer program. Oh hey, look at that. That there is a dungeon. Okay, what dungeon might that be? And also... Yeah, okay. So, where am I actually? Okay, I'm sort of around here. I don't think I can actually zoom in on this map. But, okay. A dungeon, I'm fine with this. So yeah, basically what I was about to say is that OpenMW is sort of starting to reach a point where the engine doesn't really get new features all that much. It's basically more or less minor features and bug fixes at this point. So if you haven't played Morrowind with OpenMW, I think this is the perfect time to start, because I think everything is more or less set. Oh, crap. Ah, damn it. Okay, okay, let's this... Okay, apparently that dungeon was very difficult. I'll be back in a moment. Okay, and I'm back. Yeah, basically I forgot a very important rule regarding dungeons in Morrowind, which is that these things are sometimes very difficult. I might as well save this on top of dungeon. So yeah, I forgot entirely that I should pretty much be saving every time I'm about to enter a dungeon, because some of these dungeons are actually very freaking difficult, especially for a character like me, who is very low level, doesn't have good equipment. Like, my equipment is very basic, like bone mold boots. Yeah, this is not exactly great, like armor-wise. I even have a little bit of light armor here because I just don't have the pieces. And I cannot really afford to buy any like better armor either, so that's a little bit annoying. I do have a couple of spells that are fairly potent, but I'm not entirely sure if I can like use them in that situation, because I would risk not having my shield out, which basically prevents me from dying immediately. And I don't have particularly great weapons either, so it's very difficult for me. Everything gets a little bit better once we actually start to find some of those artifacts that I'm after, but I can't remember where all of that stuff is. And yeah, and until we get that stuff, it's fairly difficult for us. I basically need to get my hands on some of that better armor and a nice sword or something like that. So I'm not entirely sure if we can actually pull this off. I might be able to if I rest. Let's try resting, and obviously my rest gets interrupted by a stupid maggot. But it doesn't matter. I mean, block skill increased. And let's actually save. Let's try if I can like pull this off, but I might just not have the ability. Particularly because that guy seemed to stagger me a bunch. What I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and pull off a fire bite, because my attacks on that guy were basically minuscule. Yeah, I don't think this is going to work either. Unless I... Yeah, basically... and I'm actually dying of poison. Okay, I think this might not actually be the one that I want to go for. I mean, there's a spellcaster in there with some poison abilities and a fairly tough fighter, so yeah, not really my place to be. Okay, well, the search goes on. Okay, this might be something. So just south of the bridge that we crossed, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to increase the... Actually, my view distance is already quite high. This is actually very good. I think the game, sort of, the performance of the engine has been improved a fair bit. Ah, damn it. Should have guessed. Oh, what? What? Oh, that was because I was sort of right around the surface. For a second I thought my graphics card was going to like freak out or something. But yeah, I should have guessed that there would be like nasty fishies around here. So I'm just going to cook you, if you don't mind. Ah, there are many of these stupid fishies here. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Ah. And that was completely wasted. Well, if you are going to be like that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go around. Yeah. Morrowind's wildlife is particularly annoying. You can't even cross a stream without getting completely destroyed by some sort of a fish. Can I just quickly grab whatever might be in here? No, apparently not. Okay, there goes one fish, and now the small fish is. Yeah, just die. Slaughter fish. At least this increases my skill, so I will actually level up potentially. None of this is actually any good. Well, let's go and check out the shipwreck, because sometimes those might... I mean, shipwrecks are the traditional stereotypical place for some nice little treasures. So maybe we will find something in here. That's kind of why I wanted to check out the coast, because some of these areas might actually have like shipwrecks and such, or those sort of coastal... Restore fatigue. This is actually good. This I can use. But yeah, there might be like coastal dungeons and such. And this, hopefully this shipwreck isn't just, you know, just a shipwreck. Maybe it will have something in it. Usually you can enter these. So maybe there will actually... Yep, there is most definitely... This is an unexplored shipwreck. Well, it most definitely is unexplored. Maybe will it turn explored if I enter it? Now let's go and check out the cabin and such. Actually, before we do that, I actually see a chest. And what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to just quickly improve my gamma a little bit, because my gamma was being a little bit lowish. You also saw my recording setup there. Doesn't matter. Ah, over encumbered. Well, luckily I have something I can do about that. So let's just slap all of this stuff in here. Let's not slap this moon sugar in here. I can actually sell the moon sugar. The crab meat. And I actually managed to do that. That's very nice. Saltris. This time I'm having a lot of luck. Or maybe they have fixed the alchemy stuff. I'm not sure. No, I don't think I need that much material to make this. I'm actually managing to do this quite well. Okay, so now I have a couple of fatigue potions, or restore fatigue rather. Is there anything that I might want to drop? I don't want to drop the torches. I definitely might need those. Well, definitely might need those. Is there anything that is really heavy? I don't... Why do I have chitin arrows? I don't need this. I think I have been like picking up all kinds of random things. The mage ring isn't really all that heavy to begin with. And the alembics and the calcinaries are not too... I mean... There are lockpicks and stuff here that I don't really use, but they also weigh kinda nothing. I mean, the probe... The probe is basically worthless. But it's only one weight. The alembic kinda weighs a lot. Yeah, I might have to actually drop these off at some point, because this is actually really heavy, and I cannot necessarily carry all of that stuff. Iron arrows. I don't need that stuff. I can definitely drop that. I mean, there were like a lot of the iron arrows there, so I probably could have like gotten a bit of money out of that, but if I get something better, then it's better to just pick that stuff up. Yeah, large chest. Well, this is a little bit underwhelming, but there is a silver longsword. Is it any better than my Nordic broadsword? 6, 8, 2, 14, 120. I mean, it's maybe marginally better, but the thing is, it is worth a lot. Well, at least in... More slaughterfish. Stupid slaughterfish, just go away. I want to check what is in these boxes. More sultries. I can definitely use that, and more guama eggs. Ah, and now I cannot move. Okay, I'm just going to quickly fight you, and then I'm going to make some potions, and then probably just drink them, because I have no space for them. Okay, guama eggs and sultries. And apparently I should level up. If there's a bed in the cabin, I might do that. Okay, there we go. And that actually managed to lower the weight enough that I can actually move. Now I have a couple of the Restore Fatigue potions here. I also have skooma, which is actually worth a lot, so I need to actually loop back to Balmora soon enough. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just check this boat, and there was also a ship in there, but I don't think that was a shipwreck. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to check this, and then loop back to Balmora, sell some stuff, and then I'm just going to continue my little adventure here. And this is a very empty cabin. Maybe the like the barrels and the chest were in here somewhere or something like that. Anyway, I think this might actually have a couple of levels because it says upper level here. So let's go down here. Alrighty. So nothing in here. Let's check this side then. There's a floating barrel with nothing in it. And this is the lower level. What makes me a little bit worried is the fact that... Also, this is very nice. Not sure if this is a bug, but it's very interesting looking. Kind of makes everything very pixelated. What is in here? Moon sugar. I can definitely pick up some moon sugar. Moon sugar is nice. Yeah, but what makes me a little bit worried is the fact that the water is up here and this is a hatch down. Yep, like I thought. So basically the whole place is underwater. Actually, not the whole place, but a fair bit of it. Well, let's go check out what is sort of in the dry land. Some common shoes and expensive... Well, common clothes and such. An ash statue. Heavy and not that valuable. A small chest with diamonds in it. I do accept diamonds. Some ash jam. Fortify attribute intelligence, not necessarily something I need. And then there's a corpse with a couple of coins and some bone meal. Well, at least there was something valuable in here. The diamonds are definitely nice. And they're very, very light, so I can carry those all the freaking day. Okay. Yeah, that's an interesting shipwreck. So yeah, let's go and check out the. Also, it's getting a little bit misty, I think. The game is in general misty because the developers of OpenMW haven't re-implemented Distant Land. Distant Land wasn't. I don't think that was part of the original Morrowind, but it was part of OpenMW at some point. Basically, what it did was it allowed you to sort of see areas that actually. Here's a good place to pop one of those restore fatigue potions. So that I can hit this guy a little bit better. Yeah, take that. Stupid mud crab. I'm going to take your innards. And I'm going to make potions out of that. But yeah, basically it's allowed you to see sort of further, so you're not limited in your visibility to just a couple of nearby squares, cells, whatever. So that's why there is a lot of this fog around here. But currently there's a little bit more fog because it's getting foggy. The weather is definitely a factor here. Just die, please. Yeah, anyway, let's go and check out the ship that was around here somewhere as the combat music starts to fade. Is there like something actually around here except these crabs that I should be worried about? I don't know. It's not these guys are very passive. There's a bit of a rock here, maybe that might contain something. Sometimes there are like small islands that just have a single dungeon or something. Or sometimes they even have just pure loot. I don't know, I'm not going to really start looking because I'm sort of running low on carrying capacity anyway. So where the heck was that? There was most definitely a... stupid crab. There was most definitely a ship around here. It's probably just that way a little bit. But... yeah, it's not here, so let's just continue going this way and maybe I will find it. I think that's where it is. Yeah, it's somewhere there. It's kind of visible when I turn a little bit. There's also a dungeon. Okay, what the hell is attacking me constantly? Is it more slaughterfish? You'd think that those guys would have better things to do. Okay, what I think I'm going to do next is once I get all of this, I have this stuff sorted out and I have actually taken my loot to Balmora. I think what I'm going to do is I'm probably going to drop the Alembic and that stuff in the Mage's Guild. I think the chest should be secure. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to just do that so that I can carry a little bit more loot. I mean, as much as I would want to just carry all of the stuff that I have, basically all of my wealth, all of my goodies, I don't think I can actually do that. There are actually some fairly heavy items that I need to be carrying around. Okay, now the combat music has finally faded. I think it's probably just the stupid slaughterfish around there, causing trouble, like always. Okay, so now, is this ship friendly or unfriendly? I might actually just have to save here, because I'm a little bit... Saving on top of dungeon save is probably not the best idea. I should probably have a separate save. Well, I have the stupidity save, but that's kind of for when things are really stupid. When I'm doing something that is absolutely ridiculous. There we go. Now you're dead. Okay, what is this place? Oh, this is an ancestral tomb. That actually might be worth checking, because ancestral tombs are considerably easier than many of these other dungeons around here. And yes, I know, you're just going to get stabbed quickly. And I'm just going to make some potions again. Because I think I have enough. I have some... I'm not going to use the moon sugar, I'm going to use the crab meat. Do I have anything else? I really don't. Well, at least that's some crab meat that I used to make a potion that didn't actually really work. And there is a guy on top of that boat. I'm just going to call this stupidity, and we're going to save on top of that. Because this might actually be... Actually, those guys seem imperial, so I don't think these guys are going to cause any issues. Might as well check what this place is all about, and then just check the ancestral tomb. I think we're fairly close to a settlement here. This is probably Hlaoad, isn't it? No, well, yes. Yes, it is kind of close to Hlaoad. So this might just be sort of related to that. Well, let's go check this place out. Maybe these guys will have something for me. If they don't, I'm just going to check the tomb. And there's also a boat there somewhere. I think that's possibly the port of Hlaoad. So, who are you guys and what are you doing here? And is there something that I might be able to steal from you? Welfare the Outlaw. This might actually be bad. What do you want? Do you have anything to say? Okay. Apparently you guys don't. But you're an outlaw, so... I'm actually a little bit surprised that you didn't just straight up attack me. What are you? You're a battle mage. That's nice. Any secrets? If someone attacks you first, you have the right to defend yourself. Well, that's nice. Any rumors? Okay, just stuff about the Lord Nerevar. Okay, I don't care. I don't care about those kinds of rumors. I was kind of hoping for the type of rumor that is... Yeah, there's totally a super secret dungeon around here somewhere, but then again, that guy is an outlaw, so you probably wouldn't tell me about that stuff, wouldn't you? I think you would probably go for that yourself. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly check if that ship is actually sort of in the port of Hlaoad. So I think Hlaoad kind of has a port, I think. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to check that ancestral tomb. And then we're going to probably go that way, maybe sleep for the night or something. How much is the... Yeah, it's 11 PM, so basically it's the very beginning of the night, so we might actually have to sleep somewhere there. Unless I want to sleep in the tomb. And just to speed up the process, I'm just going to slap one of these Restore Fatigue potions down my throat. Because I might as well. Do I actually have any of the better ones? Those are Restore Willpower. I mean, I think... Aren't these both just exactly the same? Yes, they are. So they just look different. So I'm just going to do this to make sure that I get my fatigue back a little bit. There we go. And into the tomb we go. What could possibly go wrong in a dungeon? Particularly an ancestral tomb. I mean, these places are just fantastic. Well, actually they are. A lock, but no matter. I have the solution right here. And my weapon has no effect on you. Well, that's annoying. How about you... First of all, we need to get some additional willpower. Actually, we don't need willpower, we need magicka. Do I actually have any of that stuff? I have basically none. Cure common disease. Restore strength. Restore intelligence. I have attribute increases, but I don't really have magicka potions anymore. That's a little bit annoying, but I luckily have my spark sword, so maybe I can actually use this. And no, I don't care about meditating. I have this thing that I need to kill. Okay, that worked. I'm guessing that this probably managed to hurt that guy because it's I mean, isn't silver supposed to be sort of better against undead or something?